started this recording. This is meant to finalize the rest of the semester. So those that are grad students, again, you need to have a grad project. You need to email me your idea if you haven't done that already. If you have done that and I have not responded, then please email me again. Get that in there. Again, it's just a one-page document. I think I went out through all these this morning. So if there's any more, please let me know what needs to go in there. For the capstone or skills exam, that you will schedule out here on Blackboard. This is more of a skills exam, so it's not a hand holding through the assignment. You guys will need to actually configure it and do it on your own. You can do it as many times as you want. You just need to submit the final config. So again, you guys will come out here. It did this, but if you guys just do the schedule for myself, I'm going to go ahead and schedule one so I can demo what you can and can't do. Go into the lab. You're welcome to go back and do your other labs. If you haven't done labs, do your labs. If you have not completed all the exams, the current scores are in Blackboard. I will update that again after everything's due. So I did it up to this point where you should theoretically have everything done. 90% of you don't. So catch up on it. Have a chance to go do that, right? Everything is due the 9th at midnight.
Including
everything.
Oh.
Everything is due the 9th at midnight.
Oh.
Everything in this class. So if you are missing labs, if you're missing quizzes, you're missing whatever, it has to be in by the 9th at midnight. Because after that, yes, I will be up in the morning and I am pulling all the grades to do that. All right. In this one, you go out to your content. You guys are going to get the capstone document. You'll notice that it does not have instructions. It just tells you what it wants done. All right. So you're going to go into your firewall. You'll notice in the beginning here, you need to start this XML file on the firewall, right? So we go into the client and what's lab user, right? Hello.
Like the Cisco enabled password, if I remember this password.
Yeah. And then you guys go into the firewall. So I think it uses Firefox, but whatever. Of course, that firewall is still probably booting up. It is. So the key for this one, make very large reservations. I mean, like as big as it'll let you make them for that. Because if you walk away or you do a timeout, you're going to have to start all the way over again. Unless you follow the steps I'm going to show you. But normally you would have to start all the way back from the beginning. So if you get 75% of the way through this, took you 3 hours to get there. If you don't save it, you're going to lose it all and have to start back over again. All right. So let's get the client up here. Come on, Mr. Firewall. Anybody else have any other questions on how to finish out the semester? You can do it as many times as you want. You just need to submit your final configuration file to me. The final configuration file is over here in Blackboard. You have this final configuration submission. I'm going to show you how you would actually end up submitting that. So if we get this up, try again here. Still booting up. You need to make sure you have all your quizzes. All the labs should have a score in them in Blackboard. If it doesn't have a score, I'm not giving you a score, right? Well, I am 0, but you got to have a score in there in the grade book to get your points for that. You need to take the final exam in Palo Alto. If you haven't done that, you need to take the final exam as well. All of that will transfer over into Blackboard. Okay, so now we got this up. We log in, accept the risk. Come on, firewall. Might be just getting impatient, and I shouldn't be. See, chat. Was the discussion board part of our grade or just yeah, ignore that. I'm wiping those points. Or better yet, everybody gets the points, so to speak. For whatever reason, when that transferred over this semester, it did not actually transfer over the discussion board like it should have. So I'm just waiving those points. Good call, because I forgot about that one. This firewall is booting up super fast. Come on. There we go. All right, admin. Hello, Aldo. All right, so just like normal in these labs, you come out to your device tab. You come down to your management, no, operations, and you're going to load your name configuration snapshot. Click the down arrow, and you're going to load the Capstone start. Okay, you're going to perform the whole lab. When you're done, you come back into here and you click on save snapshot or save candidate configuration. All right. Actually, sorry, that's not right. Export configuration. All right. I click on export. It says what version. You're going to want the last one that was committed to the system. All right. You can also see if I export this one because they changed the way this works. Candidate config. You guys will want the running config. So export name configuration, running config. All right. Hit OK. That will save to an XML file. Save this out to the downloads folder, whatever. Hit save. Now log into Blackboard. All right. Now it's not going to work for me here because I haven't configured. All right, it is going to work. It's not supposed to work, but it is going to work. I go in here. I log into my Blackboard shell. This is even better that it now does this by default. And it used to not do that. Go ahead, log in. I log into Blackboard and actually submit it. But you notice I'm in the pod doing it, right? So I go all the way in, log in. I'll just go ahead and do it real quick since I'm here. Because there's no way for you to get that XML file out. So you can't submit it on the outside. You got to log into Blackboard inside the pod.
All
right.
Good question, but it's not related to the skills exam right now, though it kind of is.
Let's see here. Did this give me the last ones and passcode?
I know exactly what I did. I have an idea.
All right. All right. And again, it doesn't matter how you log in here because it's all going to get wiped at the end of the reservation. So now that I'm in here, I would go into our Blackboard shell. Again, I'm on the inside. So there's a little bit of inception going on here.
I was going to say,
stay on the inside
in the shell.
and go to the courses. We'll go to our course. How to learning modules. Capstone skills exam, submit the final configuration, upload that file here. So click on upload file, browse local files. You should then have the running config in the downloads folder and submit. Okay. I would prefer that you rename this with your name in it, but if you don't get it done, that's fine. All right. So I hit open, save, and then hit submit. And it will go ahead and submit it up to Blackboard. This is after you finished everything, tested, verified everything's working. You should still have internet access to be able to do this. If you didn't get the internet access working because you didn't configure the firewall properly, then you can still submit what you did get working. What you need to do is save that config, just like we did, right? Then come back into load name configuration snapshot and make sure you load up base. When you load up base, that's what it's currently running. You will have internet access. So from there, you can go out to Blackboard and submit your file. So if you screwed something up in your config file, you're going to have to load back up base then submit. Obviously, make sure you save it first, or you just wiped what you did. All right. If you're running through this and you're running out of time and you can't extend your lab reservation, save your file, save it to Google Drive, whatever, save it wherever, load it to your Google Drive. When you come back in on a new reservation, load up your Google Drive under the base config, save it to the PC inside, load snapshot, load it back up to where you were. All right. Every year people get confused because we're inside the like it's not super complicated. Please tell me you can work with virtual machines. All right. Anybody have any questions on how that works? You should finish this in a 4-hour period. If it's taking you more than 4 hours, you may or may not have done the labs along the way or paid attention. All right. It should take you less than 4 hours to complete.
You put instructions, like a brief write-up, just to make sure we don't forget.
This video will be there.
Oh.
I recorded all this for that purpose. Yep.
The question, what happens when you open up the lab inside the lab?
What do you mean?
Because you should be able to do that since you're in Blackboard. You should be able to go to lab.
Oh, sure. It'll just take you back into the other side. So if I come in here,
But there should be some inception going on.
nah, you're still in here. I can go in here, go into the Capstone, and it's going to launch off another link back to Blackboard. Now, it may or may not work if it can't get to it. And it's probably not going to work because of DNS or some other goofiness, but
Darn. It probably would, I'm betting it would have done some inception.
so let's see. Austin, Jared, you guys got any questions on how that works?
Nope, easy to understand.
Okay. Austin, you all good? Cool. All right. I will get a chat, all good. Sweet. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.